Captain Fields, Lieutenant Bradford, Lieutenant Seal, the list goes on. Thanks to the entire academy training staff, as well as the field training officers, for doing such an amazing job in turning recruits into the deputies you see before you today. A special thanks to our drill instructor, Sergeant Jones, for taking me back to my military basic training days with his tactics. I know what you're thinking, sir. Really? My reply is, yes, really. A special thanks to Captain Kwan, the academy director, whom you couldn't tell what was going on in his mind because his facial expressions would change as quick as Bob Breck's opinion on the weather forecast. Thank you, sir, for running an amazing academy with such passion. A special thanks to Sergeant Pizzolatto, the man who never encountered a push-up nor a martial arts technique that he couldn't perform. One in particular was the deadly outside 90. You blink and you'll miss it. Thanks to you, Sergeant Piz, I can now put away that butter knife I used to carry for protection and replace it with the Judy chop. A special thanks to Sergeant Iannazzo, the man who never encountered a word that he couldn't pronounce, spell, or make up, be it thesaurus, encyclopedia, and so forth. A special thanks to Doc Gary, everyone's favorite grandpa, who consistently reminded us that we are the police and that how we conduct ourselves can have a huge impact as to how we're viewed by society. And lastly, a special thanks to our mascot, Weatherford the Chocolate Lab Retriever. He comes around right when you need him, especially before the test. My experience during the academy has been both rewarding and fulfilling. Certainly not anything you can get from a textbook. I learned a lot from the instructors. They were very passionate about their fields of expertise and clearly wanted us to succeed. The biggest impact for me personally and professionally was the improved confidence I developed as a result of my training. Coming from a military background, I learned early on that there are values that must live in us every day in everything that we do. Those values are loyalty, duty, respect, selfless service, honor, integrity, and personal courage. Like the military, we also have our own values here within the Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Norman, sir, I remember you speaking on what it means to have a good moral compass and emotional intelligence. You also talked about the 5 L's and the fact that these traits make up not only who we are as a person or an organization, but most of all, as a family. And like family, we're going to have our differences. As a class, we've had our differences, but it was those differences during our time as recruits which brought us all closer together, and that's what made us so special. John 15:13 reads, "Greater love had no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends." With that being said, deep down, I have no doubt whatsoever that that's the mindset, mentality, we're going to eat, sleep, breathe, if we haven't done so already, for the rest of our lives, both in and out of uniform. Putting ourselves in harm's way to ensure the safety of another. What a love to have. We formed an unbreakable bond, and it's unbreakable because it's forever etched right here in our hearts. And as long as we maintain that heartfelt love for one another, we'll always be a family. So from the bottom of my heart, if I haven't told you already, I'm here for you. And if you ever need me for whatever the case may be, I'm just a phone call or radio transmission away. We're about to embark upon an incredible journey and experience what some will never in an entire lifetime. When asked why did I become a police officer, the answer for me was simple. I wanted to serve and make a difference in my community, to be a part of something, to be greater than myself. There's no doubt that this profession will bring forth challenges, but it's worth it knowing that we have such an amazing opportunity to make a difference. As we leave here today, I'd like to ask the members of the audience to take a moment to think about the importance of keeping our community safe and how each and every one of you play a vital role in helping us do so. and to know that tomorrow's problems demand bright, hard-working individuals to solve them. And the only way we can create these individuals is by acting as a community to support our police departments and the countless organizations that you all depend on for their continued strength. It's been a long journey getting here, and despite all the challenges, we've demonstrated the ability to persevere. I believe I speak for us all when I say not a moment of it was taken for granted. With that said, I'll leave you with this. No matter how hard life gets, just keep going, because you only fail when you give up. And that failure should never be an option, and we should consistently strive to reach our goals. In closing, let's never forget those who motivated us, encouraged us, and prayed for us, our instructors, family, and friends. And to Class 53, let's go out and make our community what we envision it to be. Thank you.